Hey guys, and welcome to the all-new HCU Studios garage. Something that has been a long time coming, and it might not be that big of a deal, but it certainly is to me. If you have been following this channel for any period of time, you know that I spent many years living out of an RV and basically had to work outside for anything and everything. I have shot numerous tutorials on maintenance and modifications to the FZ6R, and for all of my ownership of that motorcycle, those tutorials were all filmed in outside settings, in parking lots, in gravel outside the camper, you know. And so yeah, this is a big deal to me. It's finally a proper workspace and a proper backdrop to all of the content that's yet to come on this channel. And for me, that is super exciting to finally be able to produce more professional grade content that honestly just looks better, right? From a setup standpoint, this is the organization and maintenance capability that I have always dreamed of. I've been working out of the same little Husky tool bag where all my tools were inside there, crammed in, all the essentials, right? And a plastic tote for like 8 years running, you know, with little white plastic tables set up to do all these complex maintenance things like pulling the head off of the FZ6R and the valve seal job, you know, all these different things that I had this most rudimentary kind of workspace to do all that with, right? Like not sanitary at all. It was always weather dependent, right? There's a reason why every tutorial I've ever done has been in beautiful weathers, because everything always had to be timed accordingly, and everything would always get drug out exponentially because audio and things, right? I always didn't have control of the sounds and environment around me to where every tutorial I've ever put together was a struggle. And now that has all changed. And so, yeah, I'm very excited about it. And imagine the elation, the sheer excitement to discover that there are things that are essentially produced in HCU green. And upon learning this, I made dang sure that the majority of the things I purchased would have some sort of little minor HCU green effect to it. Hence all the tool organization and stuff that you guys saw there in the cinematic at the beginning. But I'm enjoying it. I haven't really put it to good practical channel use yet. This is kind of the introduction of it to you. But I guess we can go ahead and take a brief look around and you can see how I have managed to organize all of the tools and specialty items, etc., that are going to be used for future mods and maintenance on not only my motorcycles, but my Audi A4 as well. So let's check it out. So what this is the Bold series 7-piece setup from New Age Products. You've probably seen their stuff advertised on Instagram and various social media outlets. It's a Canadian-based company that outsources to China, you know, like everybody else. But so with the Bold series, it is, I believe, 4 mil thickness in the steel, whereas the Pro series is like 7 mil thickness, I think, if I recall. So this is the cheaper unit, but it's not like super flimsy, which, you know, obviously is not something you want. New Age Products is pretty high quality. So with the 7-piece setup, what you get is 2 lockers, 2 cabinets, a lower cabinet, a rolling tool chest, as well as your choice of either bamboo wood or stainless steel for the worktop. And I love the look of bamboo wood, so I opted for that. This little guy's from US General. You've probably seen this guy on Harbor Freight. Funny thing is, the drawer actually feels better than the drawers on the New Age setup because they, this one self-closes. Watch this. See there? I mean, that's a nice little touch. I like US General's products, man. But with the Bold series, you don't get, I mean, you have a little detent here that locks into place, but it doesn't self-close. But if you have the Pro series, it does. However, the bearings are very smooth, so I don't have any complaints about the bearings or anything like that. Okay, so a quick little tour. And by the way, US General makes an entire accessory set in HCU green, which I was super happy to find out. For a decade, I have been throwing my shop towels in the corner. At the camper, it was always in the little pass-through cabinet thing. So it's the little things, guys, the little things. I finally have a proper place for my shop towels. Now, granted, that guy does roll out, and it rolls out quite easily, but I wanted a service cart for when I work on the bikes, you know, have them out here, and just kind of scoot this along with me. You know what I mean? Really advantageous in that respect. The socket sets and stuff that have traveled with me for years, I hung on to because these are all specialty items, and I use these the most, always have, and obviously still always will. Have never had proper storage for my torque wrenches. You know, all of this type stuff was always just thrown into a plastic tote, and I've carried that plastic tote with me forever. So yeah, there you go. Moving on to the cabinetry stuff. So straight away, motorcycle stuff, right? All of the specialty motorcycle stuff is down here. All our various chemicals, shout out to Super Clean. You know, all the little things that I've used over the years, you know, valve shim kit, all the motorcycle stuff, man. Valve seal installer from Motion Pro, excellent tool. You know, all these little things like that. The unicorn, the cam gear holder, or timing rotor holder as well. That Yamaha piece that everybody wants. I'm just gonna hang on to this forever. Impossible to find. But yeah, so that's all that. It's all a magnetic shut too, which is nice. Each one of these cabinets comes with a key. All the keys work on all the locks, so you get like 10 keys. Ridiculous. But up here, move this little Bluetooth speaker out of the way. This is mostly empty because what I want to do, no, specialty sockets though, right? Specialty sockets for steering bearings and axle nuts, clutch boss nut on the FZ6R, things like that. What I want to do is get a drill organizer. I have my little 12 volt, the M12 fuel set up. I want to put all those in a rack right here. So that's why this is still empty. The organization though, right? Can we pause for a minute and just focus on the organization factor? The little things, guys. That's HCU green, by the way. Can't really tell looking at it, but you know, never had a complete screwdriver set, so why not? Up here, just tools, man. Various screws and nuts, connectors, bit sets, zip ties, all that stuff. Drill bits, little triple square kit for the Audi. Good stuff. I haven't gotten real crazy in the lockers yet, but you know, power tool stuff, you know, the old Chicago Electric Impact, oldie but goodie, Harbor Freight Special, performs very well. My good air compressor finally out of the weather. This little drawer setup is what I had in the camper in the pass-through cabinet for the longest time. I figured I'd just transfer it right over because why not? And just keep everything where it was. This is that old tool bag I was telling you about, the old Husky tool bag. The dang thing's coming apart and whatnot. Just its time was done, man. But I've transferred the majority of the specialty stuff out of there to down there. There's Evelyn's rear seat that'll never get used again because she doesn't have rear pegs anymore. But you guys saw in the intro, I splurged at Home Depot and got a complete socket set, which come to find out doesn't actually include certain sockets. So I've got to manually source those. It's whatever. I also splurged a bit and went with some nice Milwaukee wrenches. This little guy is the handiest thing ever. Kept my old Craftsman. Still a good one. And I got a couple of other Milwaukees. Probably going to organize these extensions a little better at some point in time. And got that HCU green for the wrench organizers. These are gear wrench. Bugs me that this one sticks out, but I needed a place to put that set, so it is what it is. But yeah, the good ratcheting kind, you know. The funny thing is I'll probably never use the majority of these wrenches, but you know what? It's a complete set and I have them. I have them, so. Also got a full plier set, all the different types you would ever need. And there was a ton of sockets in that full set that I'll never use, but I needed a place to put them. So there's 3/8 and there's 1/4. You know, there's there's 4 spark plug sockets, guys. Did you know that there's 4 types of spark plugs? I had no freaking idea. I know now. And so I'll probably only be using one of those. So there's that. And just miscellaneous stuff down there. But yeah, I hope you guys appreciate this setup. Really excited about it. It's proper, know what I mean? And by the way, really happy with the way this turned out. That is from an eBay seller out of the UK that customizes these things. If anybody's interested, let me know and I'll drop a link to the guy's store down in the description or something, but where you can get your own customized Mo tool sign. They have a couple of other things too. But oh, and one last thing. So these are motion lights. I have the garage door open, so they're not going to activate, but when you walk up, like when the door's closed and you walk up to the workstation, it automatically illuminates in cool LEDs, which is just cool. Yeah, the little things, guys. But that brings me to our electricity sourcing. So the thing about it is that I had to drill these into the studs. All of it is drilled into the studs, right? And with that being said, it has to lay flush against the wall. And I found this company, so you can't even see it. It's a company that makes these surge protectors that have flat plates with a flat wire that comes out the bottom of the plate. And so the whole thing lays flush against the wall, if that makes sense, right? Because if you used a traditional plug or anything like that, you wouldn't be able to flush it against the whole thing against the wall, right? So that's how that works. Pretty dang flush. They're like, I think, 1/8 of an inch thick against the electrical plate. So real happy with the way that turned out. You can't even tell that it's back there, but I used magnets, 3M adhesive magnets on the back of those guys, and they just stick right to the cabinet. So yeah, pretty simple. But anyways, that's the little studio garage setup, boys. If you have any questions about any of the stuff going on here, drop a comment down below. I will answer your questions as I always do. But anyways, please like, subscribe, and oh, things coming down the pike. We have new tires for Trinda. I went with the Continental Trail Attack 3 again. Got to get those put on. And sneak peek. I'm not even going to drop a hint except for that name. Anyways, guys, it's been Half Click Up. I am out of here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this little introduction to where we're going to be working at now. Peace. Goodbye.